Harness your emotions. Transform your life. Part 3. The final category is the sarcastic ones. Yes, sarcasm is a form of anger. In many or most cases, sarcastic and or witty individuals are the most naturally intelligent and creative of the 4 categories. If this is you, don't get too excited. This can also be the category that is in not only the most pain, but also the category that exhibits the greatest degree of denial. In fact, they are compelled to laugh and make others laugh, else they would be crying nonstop. This is not a theory, it is a fact. Sarcastic and witty individuals think nothing of their targets that at times sit within striking distance of their barbs. After all, it is all in good fun. They are being overly sensitive. I know because I fall into this category. I have been supported in my endeavor to poke fun by the droves of individuals that very sincerely have approached me and thanked me from the bottom of their hearts for making them laugh. They too were not cognizant or concerned with the occasional victim of my barbs. Witty sarcasm defines me. However, I have grown far more sensitive to the feelings of those around me who used to simply just be collateral damage. We are compelled to pursue our greatest joy, love, satisfaction, our gifts, our power, our creativity. And we cannot encompass our highest selves until we manifest these things and then pass them on to others. We need not suppress our proclivity for humor. Indeed, the power of laughter is unsurpassable. In regular, frequent, large doses, it can absolutely facilitate miracles. Let us use our intuition to recognize the individuals that may be erroneously hurt by our humor. We need to reach out to those who take a more serious approach to life with empathy and sincere concern. Let us comfort them and be sincerely apologetic, and then bless them with the gift of laughter. Those who have trouble bringing themselves to laugh have indeed missed the whole point of life. Laughter is indeed given with the hand of God, and is indeed the closest cousin to joy and happiness. We must never apologize for manifesting this incredible gift, but we must become sensitive to individuals that may be hurt by this natural proclivity. We are rarely angry for the reasons we think. What is it about the guy who cuts in front of us on the freeway? Or the husband who leaves his dirty socks on the floor? Or the boss that criticizes us that can send us into a funk or a rage? If you've ever had the joy of sitting in at an anger management class, you have undoubtedly heard the recurring complaint that they disrespected me. And if you start taking a serious look at the times your anger gets a hold of you, you will probably also identify the illusion of disrespect and or its ugly cousins, inconsiderate, insensitive, and selfish. Let me first clear something up about respect. There is in actuality one type of respect, and that is self-respect. If you possess self-respect, it cannot be threatened or taken away. If you don't have respect, no one will ever be able to give it to you. People are murdered every day because they disrespected the wrong person. People cannot give what they do not have. So when it seems as though you have been disrespected, that is in fact another's pain body connecting with your own. Think of a pain body as the damaged part of your psyche that has yet to be healed. Individuals with big pain bodies need not even be directly involved with the person or dynamic to become enraged. The pain body will seek any and all things just to have a reason to express itself. You see it every day in politicians, celebrities, in the store line, on the freeway, etc. The most important place to recognize it is in you. You are the one that needs to change your perception, if nothing else. Hurt people hurt people. If you squeeze an orange juice comes out. Why? Obviously because that's what's inside. When you squeeze a hurt person, much of the time their hurt will leave their body in the form of anger. Sometimes their anger will turn to aggression, which may manifest as verbal and or physical violence. However, in the vast majority, if not all cases, hurt people can only hurt people. People can steal your car. They can even take your life. But they cannot take that which is far more precious without your permission. and that is your peace of mind. People cannot piss you off without your permission. When you go into a tizzy as a result of somebody else's words or actions, you have in essence handed over the keys to your most precious commodity. Not only that, but you handed them over to a wounded child, regardless of their numerical age. That is why it is crucial to reclaim your personal power over these things that need not hold far more dear than we do. There are tools to get rid of a great deal of your excess anger. All the anger that never serves you well and in fact drains you of energy, keeps you stuck, and leaves much destruction in its wake. As I mentioned earlier, anger served our early ancestors by preparing them maximally in the face of true threat and danger. What percentage of your anger episodes would you say were the result of the threat of true physical danger? 1%? A tenth of 1%? Less? None? Your anger is not serving your best interest. Therefore, you need to accomplish two goals. Number one, rewrite the toxic programs that are the genesis of your anger. And two, provide the tools when the anger does flare up. Number one is the real work on a deep psychic level and will not only diminish the anger response significantly, it will indeed clear the way to greater love, joy, freedom, and peace. Your anger programs were not written overnight. They are in fact the result of years of repetition that occurred when your subconscious mind was indeed at its most impressionable. So we're going to deal with number two first, because it will provide very basic, concrete ways to forestall the very real damage that your anger is doing to yourself and others. Fortunately, anger in its destructive expression provides at least a few seconds between the feelings and the ensuing act of verbal or physical violence. You must begin identifying the initial feeling of anger and connecting it to an off switch. This is your opportunity to stop and remove yourself from the perceived threat. You cannot make any rational decisions or take any rational steps whatsoever once under its spell. This is not the time to discipline your child, have a talk with your boss, spouse, or anyone for that matter. Your actions are almost guaranteed to be irrational and counterproductive. Furthermore, if your words or actions spur angry reaction in others, then you can see how this entire dynamic can snowball and spiral out of control. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes part 3 of Harness Your Emotions, Transform Your Life. And please look forward to part 4 coming soon. Thank you.